General Hospital, Britt's explosive return unleashes 5 jaw-dropping twists. General Hospital sees Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thibault back, and there are some huge shockers coming now that Kelly Thibault is back to GH in the role that fans either love or love to hate. We're going to talk about where she's been the last 2 years and some stunning aspects of her return that may shock viewers, other people in Port Charles, all that. General Hospital, Britt Westbourne's alive. So, despite everybody thinking Britt has been dead since the hook killer attack on January 4, 2023, we now know Kelly Thibault is definitely back as Britt Westbourne. Not only that, there's no amnesia or anything like that. She's got her memories. She isn't a clone. She isn't a doppelganger. All that's cool, except at the time of Britt's death, the Huntington's disease she was had inherited from her dad was plaguing her. That didn't kill her. As you know, if you were watching them, it was Heather Weber's Allie Mills poison hook that took her life. Back then, we were all expecting to see Britt die, of course, because of the Huntingtons. And nobody was expecting her to turn up alive again. So, let's dig into how this even happened and the big shockers coming. General Hospital, Britt's Huntington's diagnosis. The first big shocker has to do with Britt Westbourne and her fatal Huntington's disease, getting stabbed by the hook and poisoned by it. Those are relatively easy injuries to treat in the soap opera realm. You sew up the stab wound Heather Weber gave Britt, and General Hospital had the antivenom for the poison. But the Huntington's Britt has is a whole other matter entirely. It's an awful disease. It has this terrible progression that leads to inevitable death. It's incurable, and she inherited it from her dad, awful Caesar Faison Anders Hove. So, because this is a real illness, the ABC soap better be treading carefully. And for that reason, I assume that injection we saw Britt Westbourne giving herself is something that is keeping her Huntington's disease at bay. That drug may be easing the symptoms that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, saw her having before her death. Or the medication may be slowing or delaying the progression of the illness to give more time. You know, I just hope this Kelly Thibault return doesn't have the writers getting wonky with a real-life illness and upsets fans who maybe have a loved one that's suffering from Huntington's, which is a terrible disease. So that's the big shocker, her coming back with the Huntington's when realistically she should be in much worse shape right now based on her symptoms the last time we saw her with Jason Morgan. General Hospital, huge Britt shock coming. Next, let's talk about how shocked people in Port Charles are going to be to find out Britt is alive. As far as we can see, Liesl Albrecht, Kathleen Gotti, has no idea Britt is alive. She was sloppy on schnapps when Jason was talking to her, and it seems like she would have spilled a little something if she knew Britt was alive, but she didn't. And Britt hasn't contacted Liesl. Britt also hasn't reached out to her former flame Jason, which is understandable since he, went back to Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright. Even more stunning, though, is that Britt Westbourne hasn't, as far as we know, reached out to her bestie Brad Cooper, Perry Shun. Why wouldn't Britt let any of her loved ones know she survived? I get that she might have been taken away somewhere to heal, but then why not call at least Liesl or Brad? I mean, was presumed dead around that, right around that time. So that I get right? But Brad and Liesl though, why didn't she call them? General Hospital, Jason determined to find Britt. So, at the moment, Jason is increasingly suspicious that Britt may have somehow survived, but she's got no idea Jason spotted her at the airport. And now Jason's on the hunt. He's not going to stop until he gets answers about Britt. I do suspect that Jason finds her soon. And both Britt and Jason will be shocked to be face to face once again. He's going to keep digging. He may head to the Five Poppies Resort in Croatia where Britt is staying. In the end, it could be that she didn't let Liesl or Brad know she was alive because they had already grieved her death, an easier death. Since Britt still seems to have the Huntingtons, she may prefer that her best friend and her mom not see her slow decline into Huntington's and just a worse and lingering death. Liesl and Brad might prefer the idea that Britt Westbourne had a quick death with less pain, with less fear. She died in her mom's arm. She went fast. So, I do think everybody's going to be shocked to find out she is alive. Britt rejects Jason? Another stunner to consider with Britt's return is that she may tell Jason to go away and not tell anybody that he found her. Now, we all know Britt really liked Jason, but at the same time, she knew there was no future because she was dying. Clearly he's still into Britt. He's not going to go away very easily. But I still think that she's going to try and run Jason off because she thinks she's got no future. Britt doesn't want to hurt anyone like her mom or Brad, anybody, by getting their hopes up, seeing that she's alive and then knowing there's a very real possibility that she's going to die anyway. However, I doubt that Jason is going to let Britt push him away. Although she hasn't been laying around daydreaming about Jason, at least not yet, I bet that Britt still has feelings for him. And we know Jason still has feelings for Britt Westbourne. He was very upset when he found out that she died. So, I am excited for their reunion, but I think Jason may be stunned when Britt tries to send him away while also telling him, "You can't tell my mom, Liesl, I'm alive. You can't tell Brad. You can't tell anybody." Jason probably won't let her push him away. And I think he will press her to at least tell her mom, Liesl, that she is alive. General Hospital, Britt's possible Dalton connection. Another shocker I think is coming about Britt's return could tie into this big boss that she's working for that we haven't seen. We know the mystery boss has ties to Hank Dalton, Daniel Goddard, and to Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rota. But I wonder if Britt is being forced to work for this boss and she's not there willingly. There's some influence over her. Maybe whoever is conspiring with Dalton and Sidwell is keeping Britt under control by dosing out that experimental Huntington's medication just a little at a time so she can't go very far away or for very long or she'll run out and then we'll go downhill. Could also be that the big boss has Britt working for them by making threats against her loved ones like Liesl or Brad or like her nephew little James West, Gary James Fuller. So, we may find out that Britt is not in Croatia voluntarily even though she was free to fly out and fly back. If there's leverage, they can control her from any distance. General Hospital, huge return rumor. So the fifth shocker that may be coming relates back to her mom, Liesl, and her family. We're wondering if the reason Britt is working for these sketchy people is because of somebody else who has also been long presumed dead on General Hospital. There is a rumor going around that Ryan Pavey may be coming back to GH as Nathan West, the brother of Britt. General Hospital fans would love to have Nathan back. People were crushed when he was murdered in 2018. If you were watching, then you will remember Faison was Nathan's father. Liesl was his mom. Nathan wasn't raised with his sister Britt because Liesl had her awful sister Madeline Reeves, Donna Mills, raising Nathan to protect him from Faison. So Nathan grew up as cousins when they're really siblings. He wound up in Port Charles and was targeted by his crazy half-brother Henrik Faison aka Peter August Wes Ramsey. Faison was Peter's dad, and Anna Devane's, Finola Hughes, evil twin sister Alex Merrick, also Finola Hughes, was Peter's mom. General Hospital, Nathan returns? Then Faison shot and killed Nathan, which of course was terrible. Britt was devastated to lose him. So was Liesl Albrecht. Later, Britt and Nathan's half-brother, Peter, was killed by Felicia Scorpio, Christina Wagner. Anna could have saved him, but she let him die because he was terrible. And now there's this rumor we might get Nathan back. I mean, honestly, Britt coming back from the dead after being stabbed, poisoned, and having Huntington's is, you know, much less likely than Nathan West just coming back from being shot. So we'll see. So far, no confirmation. The Ryan Pavey thing is just a rumor, but it might be part of Britt's comeback shockers. We'll see. I'm looking forward to seeing what surprises we have rolling out now that Britt is back to GH. Hospital 2-week spoilers August 4th to 15th. Drew's revenge scheme intensifies and Britt faces deadly danger. General Hospital 2-week spoilers for August 4th to 15th 2025. See Drew Kane Quartermaines, Cameron Matheson, revenge plot and Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thibault being in danger. General Hospital spoilers, Britt in shock and Christina's huge offer. On Monday, August 4th, Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, has dinner with his daughter Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos. Rick is asking somebody, maybe Molly, what he can do for them. I wonder if she's going to talk to him about the Cody Bell, Josh Kelly thing. Plus, Britt Westbourne, Kelly Thibault, is really shocked by something. Looks like her freedom is going to be even more limited now that she came demanding her car keys from Pascal. The mystery boss is really cracking down on her, and it's going to get worse. Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey offers Cody Bell, Josh Kelly an extra $10,000 to do some dirty deed. I'm sure it is about Ava Jerome Mora West and he agrees. I can't wait for Christina to get busted for all this because Molly's not going to appreciate that and her almost killing her dad. It just seems like she's on borrowed time. General Hospital spoilers, Ava has a proposal for Alexis. Harrison Chase, Josh Swickard runs into Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza, and may try to get him to talk to his mom. Brooklyn Quartermain, Amanda Seton, and Gio asks Emma Scorpio Drake, Braden Bruner, to keep something between them. Could be stuff about his parents. Could be stuff about the break-in that they are plotting with the master key. Ava has a proposal for Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, and is telling Alexis she wants to cut out a third party from the payments, which of course is Rick. So it looks like Ava is trying to punish Rick out of jealousy over Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst. I do wonder if Alexis will nibble or not because if she cuts off the money, Rick could still press charges on Christina because he's the one that was hurt. The Ava thing is something Christina would have to admit she did to target her. Rick actually has way more standing on the blackmail than Ava does. It'd be kind of ironic if they cut her out. General Hospital spoilers, Lulu is not helping the situation. Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, tells Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, she's leaving town to take a breather from Vaughn, Bryce Durfee, to try and figure things out. Anna Devane, Finola Hughes runs into Albrecht, Kathleen Gotti down at the pier, and I wonder if Anna is going to be gently interrogating Liesl to find out if she knows anything about what Jason Morgan, Steve Burton suspects, that Britt is alive. Chase tells Brooke Lynn that they can't move forward with the adoption process until she works things out with the kid she already has, Gio, which of course she wants to, but he's not open to it, and Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning, is not making things easier. General Hospital spoilers, intense drama unfolds August 4th to 8th with Britt in danger and Drew's revenge plot. On Tuesday, August 5th, Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda, tries to talk Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott out of something. This may be about her continuing attacks on Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Benard, just because Marco Rios, Adrian Anchondo at risk. I don't think Sidwell is planning to bury the hatchet or offer an olive branch. I just think he's going to be a little more subtle in the future, but he absolutely wants Sonny destroyed, and Marco has joined him in this purpose. Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, wants to try and make things right. We'll see if it's with her boss, Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, or with Michael Corinthos, Rory Gibson. Carly Corinthos has a very frank talk with Lucas Jones, Van Hansis. I'm sure Sonny is the topic. Carly marginalized Lucas's feelings for Marco and defended what Sonny did to Marco. So, I don't know how far she's going to get with her brother Lucas. General Hospital spoilers, Jason confides in Sonny about Britt. Jason talks to Sonny at the Metro Court after the annual softball game and Jason confides in Sonny. Looks like he's going to talk to him about Britt. Michael shares his suspicions with someone. I feel like it'd be a long shot if Michael suspected Willow might have been the one messing with Daisy, but it might be suspicions about Drew Kane and Willow not being done on General Hospital. Or that she's in absolutely no frame of mind to be anywhere near their kids right now. On Wednesday, August 6th, Danny Morgan, Asher Jared Antonazan, advises Rocco Falceroni, Finn Francis Carr. Of course, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, just talked to Danny, asking questions about Liesl, so I'm sure that's the topic. Plus, Sonny puts 2 and 2 together. And I wonder what he's figured out. I still want to know who's the culprit in that penthouse bombing. Dante is summoned to the mayor's office. Laura Spencer Collins, Jeannie Francis, wants to talk to him, and I'm guessing it's about the Rocco and Liesl situation. She gave Lulu Spencer advice that she knows how her daughter is and that she might not take it. I wonder if she's going to try to get Dante to talk to Lulu. Also, Chase lashes out at Michael and I'm guessing it's about Willow not being allowed to see the kids even though she did dump Drew. Lulu finds herself getting a new ally, and I wonder if it's somebody who's going to be
General
anti-Liesl.
Hospital
Midweek drama, secrets, suspicions, and family conflicts heat up. On Thursday, August 7th, Anna calls in a favor. It could be to help Jason with his search for Britt, or maybe it's Gio that she's helping if he was busted in Hank Dalton's, Daniel Goddard lab doing Emma's dirty work. Speaking of her granddaughter, Emma has a chat with Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, and I wonder if it's about Jocelyn taking off and bailing on the job. Emma may be angry and say Joss took the job to screw her over then just threw it away. Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, brings an update to Laura, and I wonder if it's about Sidwell and Sonny and Drew and all the messy stuff of the kidnapping. Also, Brooklyn vents to Sonny. Of course, it's about Gio, but it may be about Rocco and Lulu as well. General Hospital spoilers, Drew tracks down Elizabeth. Rick is tested by Ava, and of course, she wants to know if Rick is all about the money and really doesn't want Ava personally, but wants Liz personally. Her ego is really taking a beating, and Cody is stroking it, so it's messy. More of Christina's manipulations. On Friday, August 8th, Carly runs something by Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, and it may be about Jocelyn and Vaughn with no idea that Jack has sent them out of town together, posing as a married couple. Drew tracks down Elizabeth. I wonder if he's got questions about Willow, who is staying with her. Britt goes against orders on Friday. She's pretty angry that her mystery boss has her locked down so tightly, but defiance could put Britt in danger. I wonder if her new boss is going to be a new GH villain. Or just a blink-and-miss-it thing that Jason is going to dispose of. Dante and Lulu are fuming, likely about Lisa Labrecht. Anna shares her opinion with Jason. I wonder if she's discouraging him from going after Britt. I doubt he's going to wait too long after he heard Britt yelling and sounding in distress. General Hospital weekend spoilers, Britt's defiance and Jason's urgent search for her. The week of August 11th through the 15th, Jason is probably packing his bag for Croatia. Looks like he's ditching the black. He slides into a nice light blue suit and he's pretending to be wealthy and respectable as he heads to the posh resort looking for Britt. Of course, Jason's worried about it, and it's a good thing he's worried because Britt is in trouble. She may be playing with fire, defying her boss's orders. I wonder if Jason's going to save her or if she can't go because that's the only place she can get the medication she needs. I wonder if Jack is going to have any sort of guilty conscience for all the lies and deceit with Carly about Jocelyn. Obviously, this situation is not sustainable. General Hospital spoilers week of August 11th to 15th. Things may change for Rick and Ava very soon. Dante and Lulu consider their next steps with Rocco. If Jason turns back up in town with Britt, it's just going to blow Lulu's mind. I'm sure she's going to try to blame Brooklyn for that as well. Willow is scheming, and Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, is worried about what her daughter will do and whether Willow is going to make everything worse by plotting against Michael. Drew is plotting revenge served cold on his enemies. Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, is digging into Monica Quartermain's Leslie Charlson history, and Sidwell and Marco are working on a new strategy to deal with Sonny.